Part 2, Side B. Side B begins with the David Bowie cover of Canada. My personal favorite version of this is on, it's on Diamond Dogs, but it's the demo version. I like that the best of the David Bowie versions. Oh man, cut. As was discussed on side A, you had the cover of the Velvets. And so on side B, you have the cover of David Bowie. Please watch the first video to get what I'm saying, to complete the review. The piano is very prominent in this particular cover. Chris Carter, who owned a record store, and John Deesdale was in there, working there. These guys were record store guys, so they were good. Oh, I don't have my gloves on. There. There's the lyric. The tricotas, les tricotas, the women that were knitting while people were getting the guillotine during the revolution. The lyric, I smell the blood of the chiquitas. And you could picture those women knitting away as they got the guillotine. Very forward cover, excellent in its positioning. Again, it's the transition between both sides. But the transition that I like best of all is at the end of this song, when they jump into the river holding hands. And we'll jump in the river holding hands. You had that guitar, you know, like how it goes, it just sets it up, and then they jump in the river holding hands, and then the piano starts for some crazy dame, it just quietly creeps up. That's one of my favorite, I love that transition is key. It's, just make side B, man, as far as I'm concerned. The lady. I'll weave in a Roses and Whitman sampler joke. Okay. Easdale uses she roars. Or, as I interpreted it, she rewards. Some crazy dame. Go back to the mythos of Edie Sedgwick. I'm still reading that book, The Sedgwicks in Love. Some crazy dame. In this song, though, she's particularly, I think, 17. Johnny Easdale was dating a 17-year-old, waiting for her to be 18, and then he put her, he proposed to her. I love the modern take, love the lyrics. She's fantastic, she says, man, it's great. She shakes hands, she's like a candidate. Go back to the last song, Candidate. Man, they're just tying it all up here. And then she's an animal visiting the zoo. Remember the first song? On the other side, the first song, she's an animal. So this is definitely a conceptual record, lyrically. It's like a book or a movie. She's on camera. She's an actress now. Such charisma in the mattress now. On the mattress. I can't draw, but I know how to paint. Etc. Cedra's math. For the 13th hour, there's 8 13s. That 13 times 8 is 104. The 13th hour is also a haunted house in New Jersey, Wharton. 13th hour is also a silent film, 1927, 1947 mystery noir film. And for the 7 million, we gotta add it all up. 7 million, 6 times, that's 42. Okay, we got 104, 42, 30 million, 30 million, 30 million, 4 times, 102. I mean 120, 120. Delete 102. 120. That's 266, and straight all equals 229 million all. 3700029. 13th hour. That's also equals 370002116. I got something in one of my hands. Do you know what it is? You think you understand? Transformation. Probably the most experimental song on the album. Has the jangle. Seems like the whole song is like a building to a crescendo. This was before there was such a thing as cis men and TERFs. This song seems to be built for Mark Engelbert, doing his poignant guitar solo. And it's a slow burner. And leads to All I Want, which for me, it's all about that guitar tone, which is like if you ever go into a field by apartment complexes and you just try to, you're away from traffic, you're away from the sounds of things. You go during a point of the day where everyone is asleep, and you close your eyes and you try to listen to silence. And this guitar tone is the type of thing that you'll hear, because you can't hear silence with bombardment in prison. So All I Want is it's a rip-on rocker. Big black car, minnow in a jar, diamond ring, picture of the king, life-size photograph, Edie Sedgwick post, wish you had her autograph, one night stand, every finger on your hand, second rate, glass of lemonade, nope. Picture in a magazine, my face on the silver screen. And that's all I want. It's pretty direct. Emerald City closes the album, and Emerald City, you know that because of Wizard of Oz. That's probably an allusion to that. You go to the land of fake, and you get to meet Oz behind the curtain. when you got to the land fake, he was this big giant green head. And, you know, he was ruling everybody, you know, with projection and fear. And by the time, you know, you had got through the yellow brick road and gotten to the end of the meat, or you got to the degree where you saw things for what they seem, you saw the illusion for what it appeared to be. That was the Wizard of Oz, and that was the Enlightenment. And here, you know, this song is an acoustic song. It's a very intimate affair. It takes the whole record down a notch. You certainly have the piano silently closing out, and the piano is a very important part of this record. Very important. Without the piano, this song or this album just sort of evaporates. It just is held together and glued by piano. You know, the songwriting talents that these guys had to pull this off. You know, we're in the land of entertainment, Hollywood. You know, this is YouTube, illusion. You're making it. It's one of my favorite album closers. I like the fact that he's living on chocolate ice cream. I find that very impossible to do, especially at this age. You can't get by on chocolate ice cream alone. You know, maybe when you were younger and you could peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, you know, but of course in another video I've described how to have the most perfect peanut butter sandwich. I'm getting sidetracked here. Emerald City, you know, amazing. Emerald, this emerald would be, you know, the color of God, right? Like a turquoise. Emerald, majestic, unphantomable. That'd be the color. Let's see. Well, this is the conclusion of the Dramarama Cinema Vérité review, movie, whatever you want to call it. It took a while. I think I like side B more. It is one of my favorite, it's one of my favorite records of all time. It definitely helps that they're they're from New Jersey. Let's see, any more notes here? Yeah, Dramarama, strictly a record store band. I imagine record store people would really like this particular band. You know, the French, shout out to the French for putting them on. That seems to be the end of it. Oh yeah, my favorite 1-2 punch of the album comes to the